Arrived at the Stone Mountain Confederate Memorial in Georgia to protest its reopening because of its ties to the KKK. Protests in New York City turned an American flag near Trump Tower, did the similar thing. So Black Panther showed up in your city. Incredible. Thanks so much, Ed. We should find out what's going on because everyone's getting a pass and there's just lawlessness everywhere. 1-866-408-7669.
This is 104.5 WOKV, Jacksonville's news and talk.
Live team coverage starts now.
Good morning, Jacksonville. It's 9:30. I'm Jeremy Ratliff in our top local story, Emergency Department. Dr. David Caro with UF Health in Jacksonville, joining Jacksonville's Morning News today, talking about increased coronavirus testing leading to more positive cases being discovered and whether that's tied to the recent surge in hospitalizations.
We're starting to see a big bump in hospitalizations where before we had seen an increase in just the total case numbers that were positive. So we are starting to see more sick folks.
And Dr. Caro going on to say that younger infected people are still not necessarily having to be hospitalized. And new federal COVID-19 testing sites opening up in Duval County this Wednesday. The new sites come as Florida is seeing a surge in cases.
The Regency Square Mall is one of the new federal sites. It'll open up from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. right in the old Sears parking lot. We spotted the white tents out here this morning. First Coast Senior High School, a federal site on the north side, will open up from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. And Frank H. Peterson Academies, another federal site, will open up on the west side from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. All three will be drive-through only. The Florida Department of Health just added a new mobile coronavirus testing site that opens today. It'll be at the Central Health Plaza from July 6th until July 10th. You can also get tested at Lock J, the Legend Center, Avicenna Medical by appointment only, and CVS Pharmacy. The three federal testing sites will be here until July 15th. You don't need to show any symptoms, and you can make an appointment online. For CBS 47 Fox 30 Action News Jax, I'm Alicia Tarancon for 104.5 WOKV.
And our top national story this hour, President Trump deciding to take his next campaign rally outdoors. Washington insider Jamie Dupree begins our team coverage.
After drawing a much smaller than expected crowd at an indoor arena in Oklahoma last month, President Trump has decided to hold his next campaign rally outdoors, setting a Saturday night rally at an airport in New Hampshire. That type of tarmac event just might be a blueprint for the president as he looks for ways to campaign during the coronavirus outbreak.
And the Surgeon General saying Friday that large events do pose a risk of infection, especially to those with pre-existing conditions. WOKV News Time now 9:32. Next up, traffic from Brian Riley. The latest weather forecast as you plan out the week, and then we get you back to the Brian Kilmeade Show live coming up next.
Alexa, Google the WOKV app. There are a ton of ways to hear WOKV. But if you are working on your computer at home, take a break from social media and head over to WOKV.com to listen live. News, weather, traffic, best talk shows, and local coronavirus updates around the clock. All free on WOKV.com.
People love hybrids for one big reason. A hybrid can save you a lot of money. Saving money is great, but DLP Capital and Don Wenner want to introduce you to a hybrid that saves you money and makes you money. It's Rich Jones introducing DLP Capital's $1 billion new housing fund. All DLP Capital Partners funds have exceeded their targeted returns in every period, providing consistent returns to investors. With the new DLP housing fund, investors will earn strong double-digit targeted returns coupled with monthly redemptions and annual liquidity for those returns. This new flagship fund, open to accredited investors, will combine all the best benefits of DLP's past 6 funds into one new fund that's going to maximize all of DLP's investment strategies into one incredible investment offering. To find out more about this amazing hybrid fund, one that could save and make you money, dial ** invest on your mobile phone or go to dlpcapitalevent.com.
Are suitable for every investor. Investors are advised to fully review and understand the investment materials and seek the advice of a financial advisor if necessary. Hotter weather means your family should be drinking more water. With a Connecticut system from CGC Water, you can remove up to 99% of contaminants. And right now, you can get the incredible offer of a free A200 reverse osmosis drinking water system with the purchase of a Connecticut Premier Softener. Connecticut Premier Softeners are non-electric and have twin tanks, making them super efficient, and they use less salt. Forget the expensive bottled water, and remember, if you're not filtering your water, you are the filter. They'll test your tap water so you can better understand what's in your water and make more informed decisions about what you're drinking. It's free and there's no obligation to buy anything. Financing available with approved credit, and the team at CGC is taking extra precautions
precautions with in-home visits, offering no-contact sales and service appointments. Remember this limited time offer. Get a free A200 reverse osmosis drinking water system with the purchase of a Connecticut Premier Softener. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. Serving Northeast Florida and Southeastern Georgia. CGC Water Treatment, your local independent Connecticut dealer.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
Partly to at times, mostly cloudy today with showers and storms, especially midday through the afternoon. Highs in the upper 80s, a 6 on the WOKV weather meter. Shower storm lingers early this evening, otherwise mostly cloudy, only dropping in the low mid-70s. More afternoon showers and thunderstorms for tomorrow and Wednesday, with highs near 90 degrees. From the First Alert Weather Center, I'm Action News Jax, Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish for 104.5 WOKV.
Now, Safe Touch Security First Alert Traffic.
Drivers leaving Arch Park on the West Beltway southbound, you're moving freely and you're driving to Mandarin. It's just 10 minutes to get from Blanding over the Buckman Bridge into I-95. And continuing through the south side of the East Beltway northbound, that's a delay-free ride as well. Getting from I-95 up to JTV will take you just 7 minutes. With Jacksonville's most frequent traffic, I'm Brian Riley.
Now, the 3 big things you need to know.
Around with Northeast Florida school districts working on finalizing their reopening plans. Some local teachers with underlying health conditions say they're concerned about their safety. 3 weeks after holding an indoor rally in Tulsa, Oklahoma, President Trump set to hold an outdoor rally this Saturday in New Hampshire. And the weather conditions are looking good so far, according to the Space Force, as they plan to launch a Falcon 9 rocket from Kennedy Space Center Wednesday. I'm Jeremy Ratliff.
Now, Brian Kilby on 104.5 WOKV, Jacksonville's News and Talk.
To hold that event in Florida.
I think it's too early to tell. We'll have to see how this unfolds in Florida and elsewhere around the country.
Says I'm not sure if it's safe or not to have the convention in the last week in August in Jacksonville. How does Congressman Michael Lawrence, from that very, who's about to join us, from that very congressional committee who helped lobby the president to move the big events over to Jacksonville, Florida, where people are renting homes, including our company, in order to go there. I know this is an unpredictable thing, and pandemics are causing everybody to change gears in every moment, but I thought the Jacksonville thing, we find a way, one way or another. He doesn't know if it's the right way. So that's a little strange. Dr. Aishia Jha is a horrible global health minister from the Global Health Institute over at Harvard, was on Fox News Sunday, just trying to make heads or tails about why these cases are growing substantially. In Texas is getting nervous in Houston about beds. In Florida, they're getting a little worried about 11,000 a day. It sounds slightly down from the previous day. Arizona, they're concerned. You know, is it just the basics? Wash your hands, wear a mask, and without washing your hands, wear a mask is happening, or is there something else? Did the virus change?
We're in a pretty tough spot right now. We have large outbreaks happening in large parts of our country. About 2/3 of the country is seeing increases in cases. And we got here, Mike, because of a couple of reasons. One is, I think we opened up a little too early in some places. A lot of states didn't meet the White House's own guidelines for when to open up safely. We didn't have the kind of testing and tracing infrastructure that we needed. And then last but not least, there's been a lot of mixed messaging on masks and social distancing. And so all of that has contributed to what I think is a perilous moment for our country.
And what he's talking about, too, is the mask different from the President's Pandemic Council. He has nothing to do with that. Leave it to the scientists. We know about the Surgeon General telling us not to wear masks and actually make things worse. And then the social distancing. You better do it, you better do it, you better do it. But those protests are just fine. Not even expressing any outrage. That's what people said, screw it, I'm going to the beach. And I'm going to stay 4 inches away from somebody. You're not going to do anything. And now it's walking back a lot of those privileges that we got back in Florida, Texas, Arizona, and other places that seem unlikely to be experiencing somewhat of a resurgence. So I got some numbers, but Dr. Scott Gottlieb used to be with the administration, cut 34.
We're right back where we were at the peak of the epidemic during the New York outbreak. The difference now is that we really had one epicenter of spread when New York was going through its hardship. Now we really have 4 major epicenters of spread. Los Angeles, cities in Texas, cities in Florida, and Arizona.
And that is true. It makes it more difficult, but it's still local. This whole thing is local. Now we have the PPE. Now you got the money support. Now you got the ventilators, which they try not to use because it's usually a death sentence. Only 20% come out of it. Now they got remdesivir remdesivir and hydroxychloroquine, which, by the way, a new study shows it is effective and has been effective. Just so happens the president said he thinks it works, and everyone had to run to the other side. It's a shame. Michael Waltz joins us now. Congressman Waltz had everything to do with getting Jacksonville the RNC. Congressman, I played this. I played the FDA director saying, I'm not sure if everything's going to be okay to have the convention in Jacksonville. Are you sure?
Yeah, hey, Brian. Look, I